Hello, good afternoon, dear students. How are you? Welcome back after our Easter holidays, more or less holidays. We keep working with the subject physical education in primary education too. This is the theoretical content and is related with the practical content. Okay, let's start with the lesson 4, and is related to teaching styles. If you remember, before Easter we were talking about the teaching styles, and we were talking about what didactic intervention was. In didactic intervention is all teacher actions with intentionality of educating and teaching. We have been talking about the strategies, we have been talking about teaching technique, and if we take everything into consideration, we get the teaching styles. Okay, and we talk about teaching style with this diagram, and the diagram is related with teaching styles. Remember, in every step we give to the end of the picture, we are giving more autonomy, more decisions to the students, and the role of the teacher is different. Okay, and we have been talking about the traditional participative and individualizing styles with their characteristics, but they have in common that all of them are included in direct teaching. Remember, direct from direct teaching, all the decisions were made by the teacher, all the instructions, and the students just reproduce that instruction. Okay, in the middle of this we have the cognitive barrier. The cognitive barrier is that line that divides one style and the other, and divides that in the direct teaching students just reproduce. In a direct teaching, students must think about what are they doing. Okay, and in this cognitive barrier, the first group we find are the cognitive styles. Okay, cognitive styles are based on constructivist theories. Then we talk about them. In this style, the teacher give a problem to the students and they have to solve it, and so the student have to think about which is the best right motor answer. Okay, it's based on, for example, in the studies of Piaget about constructivism. I'm sure that in other subjects during this your degree you have been talking about Piaget. Is She says that learning must be an active process by students, and you must learn through educative experience, not copying the what teachers do or what another student do. Just be creating your own experience. Another constructivist, very important people is Vygotsky. He says that teacher is more than a transmitter. I'm not only giving you all the information. I must do that you create your own knowledge. Sorry, and the teacher must involve cognitively the students. For example, Ausubel and significant learning contents must be significant for the student. They must understand what are they doing. That they must understand why are they doing that, why that learning is useful. Okay, and this is in physical education. We have the physical education constructivist theory that with a lot of students, and he said that is not focused on the student, is focused on the learning processes, and they say that we must give students motor experience. We must give students a large number of experience for their learning. Okay, the teacher facilitates the condition for the student. You give problem to the students for learning, but you facilitate that condition to get the right answer, to get the right learning. Okay, so instead of saying a student what to do, you just give a problem to the students and they solve that student. And while they are solving that problem, while they are involving their brain, while they are thinking about to get the best solution, they they learn. And this is really important, because when you learn and you understand why you are learning something, that are learnings that remains for the student a long time, more than if you just repeat an exercise. Okay. According to cognitive styles, we have two teaching styles. The first one is the guide discovery, descubrimiento guiado. In this teaching style, teacher give a problem to the students, but the teacher is guiding the students, is guiding them to the right motor answer, because you want that your student get the best motor answer. Okay. So, for example, if you want that your students learn that in volleyball it's better to hit the ball with two hands, instead of saying them, give the ball with two hands, flex your legs, open your elbow, you you try to think motor problem. For example, you need to pass the ball between the members of the group, and you talk with the students in the middle of that exercises. You talk with the students in order to reach the best option. Okay, so it's important that you want that your students reach the best option. So you give them a problem, they practice, and you guide them, you talk with them, you give them solutions in order to reach the right answer. We have another teaching style that is called problem solving. In this teaching style is useful, for example, for motor skills, because you just give students a problem and they use their experience, they use the knowledge they have in order to solve that problem. But now in that style, teacher is not talking with them, teacher is not guiding them, teacher is not giving them some tips in order to solve that problem. I hope you understand the difference. We are going to see two videos in order to understand these teaching styles. Okay, here we have a cognitive style guide discovery. Okay,
so far
we
nothing
have
very
a
difficult. Okay, so
soccer
what I'm going
trainer.
to ask you
This
to
is
do
this is a
is
kind
we've got to
of
score a
school
goal, and
for
everybody
trainers,
must touch the ball
and
once,
the
or at
coach
least once. Okay,
is speaking with the
so you
children,
think
and
we
he
can do that?
says
So let's
if
try
they
that. Ready?
can score a goal, but
Get a ball.
hitting the ball only once by player, at least one by player. So they organize, they do the exercise. Okay, once again, it's a bit slow. Give the pass, and the girl score the goal.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are. Was it a
Okay.
nice goal?
Then
Quite good. Now
he
I want you
go
to
to the
score
students
me the
and talk with them
fastest goal
again.
you can,
And
where you all touch the ball.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
now he says he must do it
So it's
faster,
just getting
as
slightly
fast
more
as
complicated, but
possible.
still it's very easy.
Okay.
So what I'm going to ask you guys to think about is, what would I be doing when I'm on there? How would I improve it? Especially now, because I got to go score the fastest goal.
Now he's
right?
speaking
Now
with
I've got
the
to think,
teachers,
now I have
because
actually something really
explaining
definite
why it's
that I need to do.
important that
Okay.
children
When you're ready,
understand
go.
they
Let's go.
must do it
1,
easy, and they
2,
must do it
3,
faster. Okay. One
4,
hit by
5,
player.
6,
Okay.
7. Oh,
Oh,
let's
you
go
failed.
again. It should be easy. It's not.
So instead of explaining them what they have to do, the teacher gives them a problem. You must score a goal after hitting once, but he wants that
It's not
that
easy
the
when you got to
children
think about
reach the right
who
answer.
should carry the ball.
So
Everybody
now
has
he's
to touch the
speaking
ball.
with them,
So who should carry the ball?
and they realize which is the best option. So the girl is explaining which is the
One
best
person on the
option,
side should
and
start.
they realize by their own. The teacher is not saying them what to do. I hope you understand the difference. Okay. We also have,
With the ball.
sorry, we also have the second is problem solving. If you remember, in this teaching style, teacher is not saying them what to do. They just give them a problem. Now, in this subject, the teacher says them, okay, you must go from one side of the court to the other using only your mats, because the floor is lava. Do you remember the game? The floor is lava. And children, they are trying to do their best with not too many success. But suddenly, one on the group, maybe they understand that working in groups, maybe it's better for them.
might have solved the problem. Don't, Isabel, you're in the lava. Get out.
You're in the lava. Be careful.
Stay on your boat, Isabel.
What happened?
Okay, stop. Isabel almost has got the idea, but she just keep going with it. Keep going with it.
Okay,
Now,
so finally children realize which is the best way to cross the river.
And then what did she do? She climbed onto it. Lava Marley, you got to go back. Now what's Zoe going to do? Well done, Zoe.
Well done, well done.
Well done.
So everybody understands which is the best solution, okay? So this is the idea, to do your students think, not only repeating what you say, okay? These are the cognitive styles. Okay, the last group are the creative styles. Creative, as you know, is the highest level of learning. In these creative styles, the students are free to play, to create their own motor experience. The teacher promotes the area, gives some rules. It's like a recess time. If you remember your practice period when you were at the school, if you look at the children during the recess time, the playground, they are playing. There are no teachers saying them what to do, but they are playing. So they can play alone. In this teaching style is not they play free and you can go to take a coffee. No, you create the area, the spaces, but you give them freedom to play with that material, with that spaces. You can give them some rules for security reason. You cannot move the material from one side to the other, but at the end they play. They spend 30 minutes, 35 minutes playing, practicing. They have a lot of learning experience, and they are not waiting for you. They are not waiting that you say them what to do and how to do. They play, and while they are playing, they are learning. Okay, I'm gonna show you an example. This is from my school. These are secondary students, but it's a good example. This is one lesson I do with them about parkour. You know parkour. In this lesson, I put a lot of objects in the sports hall, the sticks, hurdles, a lot of mats. I explain them a few security rules, and I leave them 30 minutes just for playing. This is the result. Okay. People here jumping, and they play, they jump, and they do whatever they want. Okay, this was one of their favorites, their favorite lesson. Okay, you prepare the material, you prepare the area, you prepare the security lesson, but at the end you leave students play, and put in practice whatever they want. The teacher, you must prepare because you want to reach an objective and you want to reach educational contents. Okay, you must keep with the curriculum, but with this teaching style. Okay, so this is the resume. Remember traditional style, participative, individualizing, cognitive style, creative style. The role of the students is bigger in these teaching styles. The autonomy of the students is growing, okay, and the cognitive barrier that divides direct and indirect teaching. I would like to finish with this example. These teaching styles are this is a personal example. Is like a screwdriver, okay, like destornilladores, okay. If you are very good with one kind of screw and one kind of screwdriver, maybe you cannot work a lot. Okay, you are very good, but too specific. The good physical education teacher is that they have a large number of screwdrivers. Maybe for some contents is useful to try to use traditional styles. Maybe for others you can include cognitive style. Maybe for others you can include creative style. I love cognitive styles and creative styles, but sometimes it's not good to use them. Maybe at the beginning of the course, maybe at the beginning of at the beginning of an sport. So the good physical education teacher, you have the large number of screwdrivers, you are good in all teaching styles, and you adapt them and you teach them in according to the content and according to the students and according to the situation. Okay. I think this is all. Thank you very much for this to be there. Keep strong. One day more, one day less. So we will find it. We will finally stronger. Okay. Bye bye.